Hello. Today we're doing compound interest, and this is the pretty little formula we have. A stands for balance, or the final amount. That's the final balance. P is the principal. That's the initial amount. That's the initial or deposit, what money you have in your account. That's the starting amount. That's the principal. R is the interest rate in decimal, not as a percentage. And then N is the number of times per year that the interest is compounded. And then T is the time in years, not months, not weeks, but years. And depending on the question, you're going to have to change from months to years or from weeks to years. Okay, here we go. So we have a bunch of examples. So we have Reed puts $100 into an account to use for school, and then the interest is 1% compounded monthly. How much will be in the account after 3 years? So for every single word problem, I want to give values to my variables, and then I'll always refer back to the formula. So A is the balance. How much will be in the account after 3 years? That's asking for the final amount. So that's my question mark right there. B is the principal as the starting amount, the initial amount, so it's $100. R is the interest rate in decimal, so 1% in decimal is 0.01. How do I do that? You get this guy and divide by 100. N is the number of times that the interest is compounded. It says right here, compounded monthly, so 12 times in a year. T is the time in years, so easy, 3 right there. So refer back to the formula. A equals P. P is 100 plus, not just plus, times 1 plus R 0.01 over N. N is 12. Everything raised to the power of N. T. N is 12. T is 3. Ta-da! Put this in the calculator. So 100 times 1. Why is this so dark? So plus 0.01 over 12 to the power of 12 times 3. Voila! So how much money will be in the account after 3 years? It will be $103.04. The second one, we have he earned some money doing odd jobs, and then he puts in the savings account, earning 6% interest compounded annually after 4 years. There is $100 in the account. How much did Shane earn doing odd jobs? So it's asking for the principal. It's asking for the initial amount that we don't know. We do know that after 4 years, he has $100 in the account. So the $100 after 4 years, that's the account balance. That's the balance in the account. Rate right there is 6%, 0.06, compounded annually. Oh, just 1. I like when it's 1. And then T is just 4 years. Okay. Formula. Just kidding. So A is 100. We're looking for P this time. So P 1 plus 0.06 over 1 times NT N is 1, T is 4. I will plug this in. And I have 1.2624. I'm going to do my calculations with 4 decimal places just because. And then divide both sides by 1.2625. So P equals $79.21. That's how much money he earned doing odd jobs 4 years ago. So she opened a savings account 6 years ago. The account earned 6% interest, compounded monthly. If the current balance is $600, you need to ask yourself, is this B? Is this A? So how much did she deposit initially? So deposit initially, that's the principal that we're looking for. The account balance is 600. Rate and T6. Raised to the power of NT and T. One plus 0.06 over 12 raised to the power of 12 times 6. And after a little while, you're going to have the formula memorized. Divide both sides. So 600 divided by 'So she deposited $418.98. Next, Christina opened a savings account, deposited $100 as the principal. It told us that. Okay. The account earns 15% interest, compounded monthly. How much interest will she earn after 7 years? Be careful right there. So it's asking how much interest. It's not asking the account balance after 7 years. So watch out for that. So in order for us to find the interest earned, we still need to find the account balance. But we're going to get there. Okay, so P 1 plus 0.15 over 12. Everything raised to the power of 12 times 7. So the account balance after 7 years is $283.91. Now, the question is not asking what is the account balance after 7 years. The question is asking how much interest. Well, if she deposited $100, and then after 7 years she has $283.91 more. So I know the account balance is the principal plus interest. Okay, so now if the account balance is $283.91, the principal is $100 plus interest. Okay, so you just take away $100 to get your interest. So after 7 years, Christina has earned $183.91 from her savings account. That's not bad. Brittany's saving up money to buy a car that costs $16,000, and then she puts away into the savings account $9,797. It earns 13% interest. That's the rate. Compounded annually, so just one. How long would it take? It's asking us for the time to have enough money to buy the car. Okay. So formula equals the principal, and then 1 plus the rate raised to the power of nt. 1 times t is just t. So divide both sides. This will be 0. Here I have 1.6462, and I'll go ahead and add these guys together. So 1.13 t. Now, we need to do solving exponential functions using logarithms. So at this point, I will multiply both sides by log and also apply the power property where the exponent goes to the front multiplying. So log of 1.6462 equals t log of 1.13. Divide both sides by log 1.13. That will give you the time in decimal, and then I'll show you how to change that into years and months. So log divided by log of 1.13. So 4.0784. So I know 4 is definitely 4 years, okay? Now I need to figure it out how many months these decimals would be. So minus 4. I know I have 12 months in a year. So I'm going to get these decimals. Look that I took away 4. And then I'll multiply just the decimal part by 12. So I almost have 1 month. It's really close to 1 month. Okay? So it would take her about 4 years and 1 month to reach that amount to buy the car she wants. I wonder if it's a Jeep. Ha ha. Last one. So Tommy deposited $9,195 into a new savings account that earns interest compounded monthly. They didn't give me the interest here, but it's okay. I know it's compounded monthly. After 10 months, remember that t is time in years, so I have to divide this by the number of months to get the decimal or the fraction that is related to in years. So 10 months is 10 out of 12 months in a year. The balance was in the account was $10,343. What is the interest rate? Don't think it's too bad. It'll be okay. So set it up. 10,343 equals 9,195. 1 plus the rate that I don't know. But I do know the rate over n, everything raised to the power of n t. I'm going to do a little side note right here. N times t, n is 12, t is 10 over 12. I multiply that, I get 10. So I'm going to have 10 right here on the exponent. All right, divide both sides by this guy. This is 1. So 1.12485 equals this guy right here. You're thinking, this doesn't look good. It's not going to go anywhere. I don't know what to do next. So for me to solve this equation at this point, I need to raise both sides by the reciprocal power. Reciprocal is when you turn a fraction upside down. And you might argue, 10 is not a fraction. Well, it is kind of in disguise. So the reciprocal of that, 1 goes up top, the 10 goes down to the bottom. So the reciprocal of this is 1 over 10. So you will raise both sides to the reciprocal of that power right there. So 1 over 10, 1 over 10. Reciprocal. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. So now raise this guy to the power of 1 over 10. It didn't change much, but it did somewhat. 1.0118 equals, I only have 1 plus r over 12 left. So now minus 1 from both sides. I have 0.01183 equals r over 12. Now you just multiply by 12. Now, r is the rate, but 0.1420, that's the rate as decimal. If you want the rate as a percentage, that's usually what it's asking you to. You just get this multiplied by 100. So your rate is 14.20%. Some of these steps I didn't write down, I only talked about. If you ask me about it, I'm going to say, you did listen to the video. And it's okay. It's okay. Most of you will be able to figure it out. But if you didn't, oh well. Bye.